Hello everyone, Golden is here, and today's topic: how much an online casino makes. This is a quite popular one, but I'm gonna give very straight to the point answers for those of you who want to start online casino by themselves. So first of all, you have to be asking the right questions. How much an online casino makes is a kind of general one, so we're gonna break it down into several smaller questions. The first of it is, what is the time to money, time to break even? Further on, what liquidity provisions do we have to start up a casino? Then, what kind of articles are these for provisions? So, where does this money go into? Which particular spending articles? Also, when does casino start actually earning money? And then finally, what is the average earning of a casino per month? What are the necessary things spending to keep it going? And what are the also the risks of running casino? And finally, a couple of words about the pitfalls and P&L calculation that you might have from casino platform providers. So let's keep it short. First, time to break even. As I said many times, time to break even normally is 12 to 18 months, so year and a half. Liquidity provisions per year. It means you have to be ready to allocate this amount of money during the year, during time to break even. So it doesn't actually mean that you have to take it in a lump sum and put it on the table, but near that. So there are two options for a casino: one more extensive, getting more players; another like more moderate one. But obviously, liquidity provisions is somewhere in between 750 to 350, 750,000 euro to get it going in the first time before it has broken even. It doesn't actually include the cost of platforms itself, the setup fees and so on and so on. So the cost of platforms is roughly about 140, and it can be broken down into different solutions, but it is that you pay 100 upfront or 60,000 US dollars, or here is euros, in advance. So on the whole, it closer to 0.9 million or 0.4 million. So 400,000 or 900,000, like on the whole, including the cost of platform, including the liquidity provision for the first year. This is a provision for running the whole house, for salaries, for marketing expenses to attract traffic, and so on, before you can really afford to spend this money from your income. All right. So how much the online casino makes? I will give you EBITDA number. So this is earning before interest and taxes. Once you got to normal operations, starting from quarter 4, quarter 5 of your operations, you will probably have about 140 in the case of a larger spend and more extensive casino marketing, to maybe 90,000 euro per month. So 90,000 is a small, very moderate casino that saves the money and is really prudent in spending. And probably 140, you spend more but you get more. So 90, 140, this is what you get by months before interest and taxes. All right, so what are the necessary things to keep a casino running? 3 things are necessary to get you 90 to 140,000 euro per month as a venture capitalist. First is a constant influx of new leads and new depositors. This is prerequisite because you also need to understand that your players will be dying out, so there's a churn rate. Secondly is a stability of your marketing team. So stability of your marketing team means experience, the constancy of experience, the contingency of your practices is very important. And finally, thirdly, is advisor team. Because there are, largely two groups of venture capitalists, venture investors who come to set a casino. First is so-called no marketing experience investors, is people who don't ever, get to this kind of business and never tried to do affiliate marketing or any kind of traffic acquisition on the web. Another group is investors with prior affiliate or marketing experience. These are, whole different universes. So if you don't have much experience, you probably have to take care of advisors, of people who can help you run casino, but not be a part of your, team. So, by the way, I do these services. You can, anytime you can drop me email or leave a comment here. We can talk. If you need to, to get a consultation on how to start up or get it running. All right, what are the risks of running a casino? So you have this number, say 100,000 euro per month. This is what you get, and you wanna, have it constantly, like months by months. But what are the risks of this whole business idea? The risks are evident too. First of all, is a cash flow management or low liquidity provision. So if you start a casino without having, this kind of money, as we said, it may be 900,000 on the whole for larger casino, more expensive spending, or maybe $500,000 euros for smaller casino, more moderate one. If you don't have this money, or you cannot easily have them, like over a week, you might be in trouble, because the cash flow management can can leave you without money to cover your expenses of one day, and you're broke. Then secondly is over optimistic projections. So you'll get numerous numbers from platforms and from everybody, and if you get over optimistic, you may be miscalculating things up, and also you get to close the business and go broke. Me as a person, I'm a kind of very conservative one. So if I give numbers, I probably give a little more. If I make projection on the profit, I probably give a little less. This is, my professional trait. All right. The third thing that puts you to a risk is a higher than affordable cost of customer acquisition. It's a very, very, usual thing. If you buy traffic, if you get to pay for a customer more than you can afford, but you have to know what you can afford. But on the general scale, is a big problem. It leads to another problem. It is a mismanagement or mistakes of your affiliate team. Affiliate team is your revenue center, so it generates most of the profit, and it also can spend and make mistakes that lead to greater spendings. All right, other things are regulatory and market risks. These are very, contingency in the market is a much expressed right these days. So you have to, also put aside certain amount of money as a liquidity caution to make sure that you will not be really stressed by closing down one or another markets. So market risk, regulation risk, also fraud things. But fraud, you can really get along with it if you employ some services from platforms, and also lawyers, if you get practices. But also fraud is a problem that may undermine your activities. All right, so what are the pitfalls of your cash flow and P&L projections? You will be given this stuff like daily. If you go for tenders and try to, find a provider for these solutions, you will be given, these spreadsheets. But I've looked through many of them, and I have found that there are four core things that they oversee or neglect. First is the projection number of FTDs. They think that you will have some, first-time deposits at least, but they're not given. You have to attract them, and it's very hard work. And also, they may give some projection that you have a lot of them, like, at least 10 by day, which is 300, 50, 40, 50 by months. This is not given, you know, so you cannot take it on face, just by face. All right. Also, there's a such thing like inflated expectation as of the size of the deposits. So they will give you numbers that an average size of the deposit, for example, will be 300 euros, but this is just not the case. You will not have such deposits, at least in the beginning. Also, there's a negligence of the past, of the overall logics of the business, of how your first time depositors and your deposits are accumulated. They are not evenly accumulated. They go like on a trajectory wave. And so it's a serious job to calculate when you get to your normal rates. But you have to be very money cautious on the beginning. It's important. And finally, this is a negligence of churn rate. Churn rate is how a percentage of people who die out of your place, who die out by quarter, by months. This is a serious problem also. If you're negligent of that, you are, in most successful cases, you can only just make up for this without growing and so on and so on. So right, if you were thinking about starting a casino, you liked my discussion here, please, I welcome you to comment here, to drop me an email. You can find it on my website. I give it for you once again, mycasinoindex.com, and I'm happy to help you in any regard. Thank you for watching. Bye.